Hey gang, I am out at Point Reyes. I'm going to be doing a 28.5-mile loop today. Lots of forest and lots of coastline, should be really pretty. So even though it's just a training run, due to the duration and the beautiful scenery, I figured I'd take some video. So I'm starting strong with one exception. I have actual water bottles because I forgot one tiny little component of my soft flasks. So I have plenty of water, but it's not quite as convenient as I'd like it to be. I'm starting out getting the steepest climbing of the day out of the way, and I have a little friend here. And here we can see that the deer have also been out for their morning run. Y'all, we have our first glimpse of the ocean. I've been running along through the woods with like glimpses of the ocean for a little bit, and I'm finally there. This is exactly how I look when running uphill. Okay, so I've been going for a little bit here. I'm at like 11.5-ish miles. So I am starting to feel a little bit tired, and so it's time for special fueling. As you can see, I have a Lara bar here. I went with the cashew for this. And why is it special? Where you can see that there's a little line cut in it. And so what I did was I cut it in half and I sprinkled instant coffee in there. So it's just been sitting in there kind of like melding with the cashew cookie Lara bar. Here I am on my next big climb of the day, going up away from the coast just a little bit. Okay, so I'm on the aforementioned climb, and I will say that even though I'm in the direct sun, and those of you who have seen my previous videos know that heat is not my friend, I'm doing pretty well because I've got the coastal breeze out here at Point Reyes. It's so gorgeous and the weather is so beautiful, and that breeze is just giving me life. It never ceases to amaze me when I can see the ocean in one view, and then I turn and there's forest on the other side of me. Okay gang, I'm at 16 miles here, just past Wildcat Camp, where there were, alas, no wildcats, but here's this beautiful view of the ocean. All right, folks, I have started my final big climb of the day. It's gonna be a ton of elevation gain for the next few miles, and I'm really tired, but I have my special fueling. I've only consumed about half of that caffeinated bar that I made. It's working for me, and I think that I'm on track to finish in the light. You'll have to forgive the chewing. I think I just heard like 2 groups of coyotes calling to each other. It's a little disconcerting when you're alone out on the trail and you hear 2 packs of coyotes talking to each other. Y'all, I was not wrong. Here we have a coyote on the trail, deciding what I want to do about that. Okay, here's something I haven't encountered before. So I'm at the peak of that climb, so I should be able to start running again soon, which I need to do if I want to make it back before light. But that coyote's just like hiking. He's just like taking the trail in front of me. I can still see it like up on the trail. So I'm trying to make noise. It doesn't obviously want to interact, which is great. But if I run, I'm gonna catch up to it. And so I'm figuring out what I want to do about that. Okay, so my coyote friend ducked off into the woods somewhere, and I haven't seen it for a little while now, which is a blessing. I'm happy about that. But now I'm feeling a little bit of a struggle, and I'm realizing based on a podcast that I was listening to on the way here that it's because I don't have enough sodium in my fueling. And I thought that Lara bars must have some amount of sodium in them, but it turns out they really don't. Okay, so I am just past the marathon mark. I'm at like 26.5 miles right now. No more coyote encounters. And more importantly, I realized I had been drinking out of a water bottle that I had been refilling at the taps along the way, but I realized my other water bottle still had smart water in it because of my, leaving a piece of gear behind and having to use water bottles for the day. So I started drinking that, and then I also realized that the almond Lara bars do have salt in them. So that combination made me feel a whole lot better. And I just kept reminding myself of the ultra runner's adage that whether you feel good or bad, don't worry, it will pass. Which you don't want to remember when you're feeling good, but when you're not feeling good, it is good to remember. So I'm about to run this out. I expect that I will be done in the light